And here we are in SOL topic number 12 on variation. Let's give some important reminders. The constant of variation, sometimes it's called the constant of proportionality, is K. That's the letter that we use for that. We have three types of variation that we study. Direct variation is a multiplication. Y equals K times X. Inverse variation is a division. Y equals K divided by X. You can think of inverse as invert, so there's going to be a fraction. And joint variation is very similar to direct variation, but with more variables. Y equals K times X times Z, multiple variables. Here are our steps. Number one, let's decide if the situation is direct or inverse or joint. And that is pretty simple to do because they have to use these words in the problem. Sometimes it might say directly or inversely or jointly. Number two, let's use the given variables. They're not always going to be a y and an x. Sometimes there'll be an r and an s and a t. So use the given variables to write the equation of variation. Number three, let's use the given numbers to find the constant of variation, that value of k. That's always what you want to find first, really. That's that magic mystery number. Once we have k, let's do number four, rewrite the equation with that number in place of the k. And then sometimes we're finished by then, but sometimes they need to predict. Number five, we'll use this equation of variation and we will predict whatever else we need from the problem. So let's look at the first example. Which equation represents the statement R is inversely proportional to S and directly proportional to the cube of T? Well, let's first start off with R is. R is would be R equals. Unfortunately, all of our answer choices have R equals, so that's out. Let's move on. Inversely proportional. Inversely proportional means that there's going to be some sort of division. And of course, all of our answer choices have that division, but we need to know that we're inversely proportional to S. That means that there's going to be an S in the denominator. So I don't see an s in the denominator here. I see s cubed, so that's out. I see an s in the denominator here, so that's fine. I don't see an s in the denominator here, so that's out. And I do see an s in the denominator here for D. So knowing a little bit, we've got half of the answer choices eliminated. Next, it says that we are directly proportional to the cube of T. So that means that there's going to be a multiplication to the cube of t. And of course, the cube of t is t cubed. So now I can put my k in. Of course, I knew where that was anyway. K divided by s and k times t cubed. So now I should see what we've got. Well, the t cubed is not being multiplied to k here, so therefore that's out. And we're down to this last one. You can see that r is inversely proportional to s. There's the k divided by s. And directly proportional to the cube of t. There's the k times t cubed. And there's my answer. We don't have to predict anything with it. They were just making us write the equation. Let's look at example 2. It says the time t it takes for Omar to drive the distance d to his grandmother's house is inversely proportional, again they have to give you that word so that's important, to his average rate of speed r. That's the first sentence. So let's see what we've got. The time t is, so we'll start with t is. This is kind of a distractor. This really is not needed. Who cares what the distance is? Because it's relating the time to the average rate of speed. It says that, let's see, we're inversely proportional, so there's a division, and it's k divided by the rate of speed r. Here's my prediction equation. Of course, I need to go and figure out what k is before I can predict with it. So that's what the next sentence usually gives us. It says it takes Omar 2.5 hours to get to his grandmother's house if he drives an average rate of speed of 30 miles per hour. So the next sentence usually gives us our data. 2.5 is time, so I'll put my 2.5 right here. I don't know what k is, and my average rate of speed is 30, so I'll put that there. That gives us enough information to figure out what k must be. I'm going to multiply by 30 to get rid of that 30. So now I have 30 times 2.5, that is 75, and that is what K is equal to. So now I know what K is, I can actually write my prediction equation. The time will always be 75 divided by whatever my rate of speed is. We're not actually finished because they have a third sentence. It says, how long will it take him if he drives at an average rate of speed of 50 miles per hour? So it's giving us the average rate of speed. The 50 is going to go right in there for my R. So my time will be 75 divided by 50. 75 divided by 50 will give us 1.5. None of our answer choices are in decimals, so I might want to think of that as 1.5. And we can see that we've got 1.5 hours as one of our answer choices, and there we go. Thanks for watching this tutorial on variation, and let's do our practice packet. And if you have any questions, make sure you talk to your math teacher. Thanks for watching. See ya.